Ever found yourself wrestling with tricky lighting, where your perfectly exposed shot could be just a setting away? Today, we're diving deep into the Sony A1's powerful bracketing feature, your secret weapon for nailing exposure in any situation. First, let's access this magic. Navigate to your camera's menu. You'll want to find the drive mode or shooting mode settings depending on your firmware. It might be slightly different, but look for the icon that resembles a series of overlapping rectangles. Once you're in the drive mode, locate exposure bracketing, often indicated by E bracketing. Select this option. Now, we need to configure our bracket. The most crucial settings here are the steps and the number of shot steps. Determine the exposure difference between each bracketed image. A common starting point is one EV exposure value step, meaning your shots will be one stop brighter, one standard, and one darker. The number of shots dictates how many exposures you'll capture for most high contrast scenes. 3 shots are sufficient: one underexposed, one correctly exposed, and one overexposed. To make this even more efficient, I highly recommend assigning a bracketing to a custom button. Access your custom button settings and assign a bracketing to a readily accessible button, like the center of the command dial or a function button. With your settings dialed in and your custom button assigned, you're ready to shoot. Simply frame your shot, half-press the shutter to lock focus and exposure, and then press your assigned bracketing button. The A1 will rapidly capture your series of bracketed exposures. What you've just done is create a bracket Y set of images capturing the scene at different brightness levels. This is incredibly useful for scenes with extreme dynamic range, like a bright sky and a dark foreground. Back in post-processing, you can then merge these bracketed exposures using HD or high dynamic range software. This process intelligently combines the information from each shot to create a single image with a far greater dynamic range and perfectly rendered detail in both the highlights and shadows. Mastering exposure bracketing on your Sony A1 opens up a world of creative possibilities, ensuring you never miss that perfectly exposed shot, no matter how challenging the lighting.